Now, children, we are going to discuss the questions related to array, which I have already sent you on your uh, WhatsApp group. Uh, Basically, I have told you that through array, we can store the values into an array and we can reuse those values, as well as we can get the output in continuation. Now, the very first question was enter 10 numbers into an array and print the numbers in the form of a list, means in continuation. So, what I have done here is I have declared, I have taken this, import java.util.x star and main, then scanner class I have declared here the array of 10 cells. Then I am filling up. First of all, the array is empty, and I am filling it up. So for this, I am running a loop from 0 to less than 10, because if the array is of 10 length, the location is been allotted from 0 to 9, and we have to put the numbers at A0, then A1 and A2 and A3. So we are running a loop from 0 to less than 10. Enter a number. So if the value of I will be 0, first number will be entered into A0 location, and then A1 location and A2 location, and this way your array, say A, will be filled like this, first number 5, 9, 2, 1, 0 position, 1 position, 2 position, 3, and so on. It will be filled up. Now, okay. Now, we have to print these numbers. So, as soon as we are entering the number, we can also write down the print statement here, But what is going to happen? Every time the computer will ask, enter a number, you'll enter a number, and then the print statement will be there. The value will be printed. So, how the output is going to come? Let me tell you with an example. The output will be this way. Enter a number 5, 5 will be printed. Enter a number 9, 9 will be printed. Enter a number 11, 11 will be printed. These 5, 9, 11 will not come in the form of continuation form, because you are printing the values here. Entering a number and then you are printing it. Entering a number, you are printing it. So in array, as we know that the values are stored into an array, so what we have done, we have filled up the values and we have closed the loop, and then we are running a separate loop in only those cases where we want to print the value in continuation. We are running a loop from 0 to less than 10, and every time I am printing the value, say the value of I is 0, A0 will be the value at A0 will be printed, then I value will become 1, the value of at A1 will be printed, the value of A position of A2 will be printed, and this way all the values will be printed in the form of continuation. 5, 9, 2, 1, all will print. So this is the first advantage of array, right? The same type of question is here we have, where we are printing the names. So again, it's the same procedure has been followed. Import java.util.star main, I have taken, scanner class I have written. I have declared an array of name type, string type, containing 10 cells, and then I am filling up, because array is empty. We have to, this is the protocol, this is the rule, that first we declare the array and then we are putting the names into an array. So we are running a loop from 0 to less than 10. Enter a name, name I is equals to y.next. The value of I is 0. The first name will go at the name 0 location. Then I value will come 1. The next name will go to the next location, name 2, name 3, name 4, and so on. And again, we are printing it. Now it says that print the names in the reverse order of their location. So suppose we have an array and we have filled up name Akash, Alok, Amit, Ani, Ajay, and every location, every cell has been given a location 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we are printing the names in the reverse order of location from 9 to 0. So we are running a loop because the values are stored. You can use the values. It is stored into an array. So this is an advantage in array, that we can utilize these values in any way. So it says that print the numbers in the reverse order of their locations. So from 9 to 1. So we are running a loop from 9 to 0, and we are printing NAM 9, NAM 8, NAM 7, NAM 6, NAM 5, and all the values stored into an array at NAM 9 whatever name will be there, NAM8, whatever name will be there, NAM7, whatever name will be there, all names will be printed out on the screen. Now, the next question is that print. We have an array containing 10 numbers. Print the list and the reverse of the list in 2 columns. Suppose we have an array containing 5 to 1. So we want to print the numbers 5 to 1 as well as 1 to 5. The array and the reverse of the array. The numbers in the array from 0 to 9 and from 9 to 0 we will print here. So we have to put a logic here. So how we are going to do this? We have declared an array. We have filled the array as we have done in the previous questions. Now we are running a loop from 0 to less than 10. And what I am doing here is system.out.println a of I, a of 9 minus I. This is the logic I have put in. Value of I is 0, a 0, a of 9 minus 0 is a of 9. So a of 0 will be printed out and the position of 9th location, a of 9. So a of 0 will be printed out here, a of 9th location will be printed out here. The value of I will become 1, a of 1. The number at a of 1 will be printed out and number of 9 minus 1, 8. A of 8 will be printed out. A of 2, a of 7. A of 3, a of 6. So here the loop, the list, normal list will come, and here the reverse of the numbers of in the stored array stored, reverse positions number will be printed out in the second column. So this is the benefit of the array, that the values are stored and we can use those values which are stored in any manner, right? Now the next question is the same as the earlier one. Here the number of numbers are not given, it is given that there are n numbers. So first of all I am entering here, enter number of numbers, int n is equal to y dot next int. I have declared an array int a is equal to new int of length n, because n numbers are there, whatever the value of n will be entered by the user. If the value of n is say 10, so it will store at it will declare an array of 10 cells. If the value of n is entered say 50, so array of 50 cells will be declared. And now we are filling from 0 to n, a of I is equals to y dot next int. The array will be filled, and then I am printing from 0 to less than n, a of I and a of n minus 1 minus I. When the array of length 10, you have taken here 9 because the last position will be 9. So if the array is of length n, then you will take the last position will be n minus 1 minus I. So a of I and a of n minus 1 minus I. So this will print the normal array and the reverse of the array both in 2 columns. Let's move to the next question. Now it says that we have 2 arrays. One is containing 20 cells and the other contains the square of the numbers, right? So we have taken 2 arrays, 20 numbers, and for storing the squares of the numbers I have taken another array of 20 cells. Now what I am doing, 0 to less than 20, I am entering a number every time and I am storing the number into a of I, a of 0, y dot next int, and then and there I am finding out the square of the number a of I into a of I, and I am storing into b of I. So what is happening, there are 2 arrays are being created, a and b. A0 contains the number which you have entered, and the same here b0 is containing the square of the number. So 2 array will be created, one will contain the normal numbers and another will contain the square of the number, because you are doing the square of the numbers and storing it into the location. And then from 0 to less than 20 we are printing ai and bi, a0, b0, a1, b1, a2, b2, and a0 will contain the number, b0 will contain the square of the number, a1 will contain the next number, b1 will contain the square of the number, and both the arrays will be printed out. Now here in the question which you have just done, every time what you have done, you are printing all the values. Every time we are printing all the values in the form of a list. But it says that we can use it in a different way also. The next example says that we have 2 arrays. One is named name, which is storing 3 names. So I have taken an array with name NAM with length 3, and then another is ADD for storing the address length 3. So 3 to store 3 names into one array and their addresses into another array. So we are running a loop from 0 to less than 3. Enter name NAM 0, y is equal to next. Enter address ADD I is equals to y dot next. When the value of I will be 0, first name will go in NAM 0, the first address will go in ADD 0. I will be 1, the next name will go in NAM 1, and next address will go in ADD 1. And so this way you will fill both the arrays. Now it says that first name should be printed with the third address. So separately, first name is at NAM 0, third address will be ADD 0. Remember that first name is at NAM 0, first cell location is what? 0. So first name NAM 0, third cell this one, but the location will be 2, always less than 1, so ADD 2, first name will be printed out with third address. Second name NAM 1 with first address ADD 0, third name NAM 2 will be printed with second address ADD 1. So you can use these variables which are stored into an array separately also this way. So this is an example for showing this. Now the next question says that we have an array containing 20 cells, print these numbers in the form of a list as well as the sum of the numbers. So what I am doing here is, we have declared an array of 20 cells, we have filled it up, and as I am filling up here also I am calculating the sum. Every time I am entering a number in A0, in A1, in A2, and I am getting the sum, storing in S is equal to S plus A0, next number A1 as equal to S plus A1. So all the sum will be accumulated in S, and the values are stored, all the numbers are stored in array, and the sum of these numbers will be stored in a single variable, old type of variable which we are using before array, in S. So we are printing the numbers in the form of a list from 0 to less than 20, AI, A0, A1, A2, A3, A4, all the numbers will be printed out separately in the form of a list, and their sum is printed as S, right? Now the next question for today's session, the last question. It says that we have an array containing 20 cells, print all the prime number in the form of a list. This matlab in the continuation form. So what I have done here is, I have taken an array of 20 cells, declared, it is empty, then I have to fill it up. I is equal to 0, less than 20, I plus plus, enter a number, A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, we will fill up. We can also find out the prime number every time, but again the same problem, that enter a number, it is prime or not, then enter a number, but it says that printed in the continuation, that these are the list of prime number. So what we have done, the values we have given and the values are stored in the array. Now separately I am running a loop, and every time I am finding out the prime and printing it. So all the prime number will print in the continuation. So 0 to less than 20, we are running a loop to read every time a number, and here I am running a logic to find out the prime. This is the logic to find out the prime. I is 0, C0, counter is 0. I am running a loop from 1 to the number, that is AI. I is 0, that means A0, whatever number is there at 80. So what is the logic of prime? We run a loop from 1 to that number, we divide the number by every number, and in the whole process, if the value of C is true, the number is prime. This we have done in class 9 in special questions to find out the prime. So every time I am putting a logic, taking the counter 0, running a loop from 1 to the number, every time we are dividing the number by this counter, and in the whole process we are increasing the counter, and the counter value in the end is true, the AI is prime. So every time I is 0 is the number at 0 is we are finding out whether it is a prime or not, we are printing it. Then I is 1, then the next number is on A1, we are finding out from 1 to A1, we are running a loop, and for A1 we are dividing every time it by a number, and in the whole process it is divisible by 1 and itself, that means twice, then number is prime. So all the prime number will be printed out this way on the screen. So these are the 8 questions which I have given you. The solutions also I have sent you. So here I have discussed all the problems. Now the next 8 or 10 questions you try, I'll also do the questions. I'll send you the solution in the next session, and then we'll discuss the solutions through video in the next session. Thank you very much.